Hi guys. So there's been like this really heavy theme over the last couple of days. And I talk a lot about low vibration, high vibration. And I was thinking that many people might not even have a clue what the difference is between the two. I mean, obviously low and high, but by vibration, what I mean is what you put out, you get back. And actually, the law of karma, I believe, is tenfold. So when you put something out, depending on what it is, you know, if it's an offense, it will come back to you repeatedly until you learn the lesson. So, low vibration. If you have an addiction, if you have if you drink alcohol heavily is like one of the worst things you can do for your soul, for your body too. It will damage your body quick. Drugs, lying, deceiving, manipulating, cheating. Oh my God, cheating. Some spell work, like if you are casting spells against people for the intent to bind them or harm them, you are creating some bad karma. High vibrational is spending time alone, mindfulness, meditation, spending time in nature. Animals are a big one. If you're treating animals poorly, you are seriously low vibrational and you are creating some serious karma. If you are treating animals well, then you're in the high vibrational category. And I only said that because my dog just came. She wants her treats. She's having a little fit because she doesn't have any treats. I need to make her some. Anyway, mindfulness, meditation, talking to God, talking to your guides, listening to your guides, because a lot of people get intuitive information. They have a sudden, I mean, even if you don't have a quote unquote spiritual path, hang on. You'll get impressions, like you'll hear a song that strikes a chord. You'll hear words in your head, which you might think are yours, but they're not really connected to anything you were thinking about, which means it's your guides telling you what they expect of you or giving you instruction to do something. Things like taking care of what you need to take care of. Okay, if you have a job and you're blowing off your job to do other things, that would be a low vibrational thing. You need to focus on your chosen profession and try to make it as good as you can. And people, you need to treat people with decency, respect, and kindness, and in some cases, compassion. to not do that is to invite a ton of karma on yourself. And I just lost my train of thought. If you do something like, you may have a big ego, or you may have an ill intent against somebody, or you may not completely consciously do something mean to another person. Meaning you're in a hurry and you're just, you end up doing something mean to somebody while you're being self-absorbed. That is not a major offense at karma, but what is a major offense is not apologizing and not explaining yourself. So if you hurt someone and they shut you down, or they tell you, you know what, screw you, it is your job to apologize and say, I'm really sorry, I was totally stuck in my head, I wasn't paying attention, I really am, I'm very, very sorry. And you need to apologize and ask for forgiveness. And you want to hope that the person is open to forgiving you. Some people will, some people won't. But not forgiving somebody is not your karma, it's that person's karma. And that could go on and haunt them. So if you've been wronged, if you've been hurt, and somebody comes to you and apologizes for doing that, now the other dog is acting up. Anyway, and somebody comes to you and apologizes, then you want to, do your best to forgive them. You don't have to forgive them right at that moment. It kind of depends on the offense. But you need to walk away and work on forgiving them, because the only thing that not forgiving them does is it damages your peace, your happiness, because you're constantly like holding on to it, and you're playing it over and over and over and over and over in your head. And that particular thing will destroy your peace. And peace is probably one of the biggest keys to being high vibrational. Not doing drugs is high vibrational. Not drinking is high vibrational. Being creative, whether that's having a business and you're working your business and you're being creative in your business, or maybe you make products like I do, then you're creative in creating the products, but then you're also creative in creating the business, creating videos, creating paintings, creating books, creating poetry or music, or all these things that are consumed by people are very positive. They assist people. Here's a prime example: the group Linkin Park. Okay, if you've ever listened to their music, they cut deep. Their lyrics on their songs are pretty powerful, and there are not too many people who are Linkin Park fans that do not get what's being said in these songs. And they're grateful for it. They feel like, they listen to these songs and they feel like somebody understands them. They feel like somebody gets their struggles, their plights, their, whatever their thing is. But anyway, that would be a high vibrational thing. Low vibrational would be, what do you call it? Grunge music, where they're talking about all these really horrible things. Music itself is very high vibrational, but you have to kind of be conscious of the words that you're using, because words are powerful. If you're, saying things, you can literally manifest things into your life by using certain words. So you want to be really cautious of the words that you speak. I personally could use a whole lot of help on that because it hits my head and out my mouth. So, but I've been learning how to be a little bit more conscious and a little bit more just, being careful about what I say. Anyway, so those are things that are high vibrational. If you like to cook, cooking is a very high vibrational thing, especially if you're sticking to organic and non-processed foods, and you're creating these great dishes that your family and friends are, enjoying with you. And during those meals, you're having, good conversation, and there's love and compassion and all these great things that are coming out. Those are all very high vibrational things. So you get the gist. You get the idea about low vibrational versus high vibrational. And I'm sure you could come up with 50 other things and put them into these categories so that you realize whether they're high vibrational or low vibrational. And then it's not just about doing things. If there is, it's about intent. So if you're low vibrational and you have an intent to harm somebody, then you are stepping into a whole new category of low vibration. If you cannot look at yourself and see where you have gone wrong, which is called the dark night of the soul, and everybody needs to have probably 50 of them in their lifetime. And that is where you literally get so low, so broken, because things are not working in your life, or because some situation has happened, which is usually your guides or guardian angel or somebody that is on your team. They have invoked this. They have created this tower moment in your life. And a tower moment is a kaboom. It's a big thing. It can be positive or negative. I would say most often they're negative. Except in the long run, they are positive. The planet Pluto is similar to that theory in astrology. Pluto tears down to rebuild. So if you have a strong Pluto transit in your life, or in your chart, you will go through a period of time where it seems like everything in your life is being ripped from your hands. Relationships, jobs, possessions, attitudes. I mean, there is no ending to the destruction that Pluto can bring. And there is no end to the destruction that your guardian angels and your guides can bring. And they do it all the time. But the intent of Pluto and the intent of your guides or your guardian angels is to, on down the line, it's not going to be immediate, release you from karmic activity or pain from the past, which again is a karmic activity. So the long-term effects are very positive, and that's why your spiritual team is doing this to you. It's not that they're just, evil taskmasters and they want to point their finger at you and they want to make your life hell. That is not the case. They are doing it to further you along your path and to heal, or to pull your head out of your butt and make you realize what a jerk you were. So there's that. But anyway, so the reason why you want to choose right now to be very cautious of the low vibrational energies, particularly if you are one of them and you're doing things that is low vibrational. You want to be really, really cautious, because we are changing. The old ways of doing things do not apply. You cannot get away with the same crap you got away with 10 years ago. You just can't do it. The veil is very thin. The angelic realm is sick and tired of the shit that people are throwing on other people. And they're cleaning house. They are cleaning up the mess. The other factor here is you don't know who someone is, even if your intuition is spot on. You do not know who someone is, meaning they could be a divine, they could be a chosen, they could be a starseed, they could be an indigo, whatever you want to call them. This person that's standing in front of you that you're doing malicious damage to, or they could be an earth angel, could be one of those people. And if they are, and you are specifically being malicious and hurtful to that person, you have said something improper, you had ill intent, or you were trying to get something out of them that you thought maybe you could get, that is all. And it turns out that that person on the other end is a divine or any of those chosen or whatever. Your karma just got massive, because the person that's standing in front of you that you're treating like crap was sent to you specifically by God, by the angels, by your masters, to see how you would handle this situation. If you would make the right choice, or if you would stay stuck in the wrong choice. And if you stayed stuck in the wrong choice, you are about to experience karma. Karma will come. Do not do that right now. You guys can go outside and play. Sorry. Karma. You do something to somebody that is not maliciously intended. You might, and you don't apologize, or you don't make amends for that, you are creating karma. Now, it may be a, slight thing, like you go to use your ATM machine, your ATM at a gas station, and somebody robs you of $100. That's karma. If you maliciously intended to hurt somebody, you were putting together people to back you up to maliciously hurt somebody, or you wanted to keep somebody for yourself and you wanted to make sure that that person never saw happiness, like you just locked them up, threw away the key, cheated on them. I mean, whatever the situation is, whatever the malicious intent behind your stuff is, that's a major karma. That is, you lose your house, you lose your job, you lose your car, you lose your woman or your man. You find out after this whole situation that the person that you've been with for 10 years has actually been cheating on you with 20 guys the whole time, or 20 girls the whole time. Got some serious karma. And it will keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, depending on the severity of what you've done. And the only way for you to repair this is to apologize, forgive. You don't even necessarily have to do it in person. You can write a letter. You can, but you have to acknowledge the part that you played in this scenario, whatever the scenario is. You have to have a dark night of the soul where you look at yourself and say, what did I do to create this problem? Who did I hurt? What was my role in this? And if you are a substance abuser, whether it be alcohol or drugs, you are likely not going through your dark night of the souls. You're avoiding them, which means you have built up years of karma that you still refuse to correct. And I know there's a lot of people out there right now who have built up so much karma, they will probably never be able to fix it. If you ever watched, I don't know if you've ever seen it, it's called My Name's Earl. I love the show. I watched it for, I don't know, a little while. I didn't never watch the whole thing, but because I don't really watch TV. But anyway, My Name is Earl. The whole point behind My Name is Earl is, hang on, I'm going to get rid of a dog. They're so needy. Anyway, the whole point behind My Name is Earl is Earl has like a, close call with death. Stop! Close call with death. And while he's laying in the hospital, he realizes that the reason why he had the close call with death in the first place was because he had karma. And he needed to clean up his karma. So when he gets out of the hospital, he writes down everything that he's done wrong. Stop. He writes down everything that he's done wrong to every person. And he either writes a letter, or if he robbed somebody, if he stole from somebody, he gave it back to them. So, he stole $20 out of his mom's purse. He would go to his mom and say, Mom, I'm really sorry. Here's the $20. So he had this list, and it was massive. It was like several hundred items of really bad stuff that he had done. And he traveled wherever he needed to go, and he went to the person and said, look, I did this to you when we were 25, or, I slept with your girlfriend and I owe you an apology, or I slept with, your best friends, whatever it is, whatever the scenario is. I apologize, and I'm here to make amends, and I am asking for your forgiveness. And the whole show was about the struggle that they would go through from, Earl bringing this up. Like, some people would say, like, I knew that. And it would be no big deal. And then other ones were pretty upset, and, but the point was, he was cleaning up his karma. When karma builds up heavily, you really need to attack it and get it taken care of, because your entire life will be destroyed. It will be destroyed. If you are witchy, and you're casting spells on people to do bad things to them, or to keep them quiet, or to, I don't know, keep them from telling your secrets, or whatever the case may be, you're building up some serious karma. And you better make sure, damn sure, that that person isn't a divine or a chosen, because you will not live over that karma. Because your guides and God have literally put that chosen, that divine, in your face so that you could purposely hurt them. You could purposely cause them pain so that they can teach you a lesson through karma. And they will do it. They will put a divine right in front of you, and they will say, here's your wish fulfillment. This is what you asked for right here. Are you going to go with it, or are you not going to go with it? And if you don't go with it, and it was your wish fulfillment, they worked their butts off to get you your wish fulfillment. And you chickened out. You didn't know what to do with it. You chose to stay stuck and stagnant in the muck and the mud with the low vibrational people. When the universe, your guides, have handed you the high vibrational wish fulfillment. The reason why people do that is because they don't really know what they want. They think they know what they want. but they're not willing to do the work to make sure they can handle what they want. And by handling what they want, that means if you wish for a divine feminine or a divine masculine, and you do not do the work to be able to receive somebody who is that high vibrational, you won't carry it out. You will not grasp that person. You have to make yourself as high vibrational as possible to be able to receive this person that you have asked for, who is high vibrational. A high vibration person and a low vibration person cannot be together. It's not possible. Well, I mean, it's possible for a period of time, but the high vibrational person is going to get sick of it. That's just all there is to it. The person who is vibrating high, who is doing things the way they're supposed to be doing, and if they're in a relationship with somebody who is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're drinking all the time, they're doing drugs, they're screwing their friends, the high vibrational person is not going to put up with it. They're going to tell you to screw off. And if you are really high vibrational and you're intuitive, it doesn't take an act to make a high vibrational person shut you down. It only takes a couple words. It only takes a bad treatment once, maybe twice, before they tell you, you're not treating me that way. If you have a tendency to be a low vibrational person, you need to stop drinking, stop doing drugs, stop cheating, lying, scamming. Oh my God. And I mean, guys, I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about you file your taxes, but you fudge the numbers. That is a low vibrational thing. You're scamming people. You're trying to take money from them that isn't yours. Or, I mean, there's so many scenarios. You get the picture. If you're lying to people, you're low vibrational and you are getting karma for lying to that person. Even if that person never finds out that you lied to them, you will be punished for it. You will be lied to by somebody that you need the truth from. And this is the kind of thing that really needs to stop. If you want to continue through this ascension process from 3D to 5D, you need to clean up your shit and clean it up quick. Because 3D is about to be almost as bad as hell. Maybe worse. So if you have any intentions of ascending, if you have any intentions of continuing your life, if you have any intentions of being treated properly, any point in time in your existence, like think about when you're 70 and you have health issues. Health issues, okay? Health issues are karma. And if you have a substance abuse problem, chances are you are infected with a demon. And demons don't give a crap about your health. And you probably aren't wise enough to know that you need to get rid of the demon or you're not going to get rid of the health problems. So I hope that makes sense. I know I made notes. Yeah. So basically, um, if you're doing things to people and you have ill intent, it's like tarot cards. Okay. I've done a video on this because people are always saying, well, are tarot cards evil? People who read tarot, are they evil? Are they, snuggling up to the devil or demons? Wow. Throat chakra. Anyway, point is, you're not. It's your intent. Everything in life is about your intent. If your intent is to hurt other people, then you're going to get karma. If your intent is to be a nice person, be kind, helpful, compassionate, loving, honest, your karma will be appropriate. And if you're living a life that is falling apart, you're not making as much money as you used to make, or you're getting, scammed all the time, lovers are leaving you, or they're cheating on you. There's a whole, you wrecked your car, you lost your place to live. The list just goes on and on and on. Your health is falling apart, whatever. If you're in that situation and you're struggling to live, I can guarantee you, you've got some crap karma. And if you don't face the crap karma, it will just continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And you will continue the same behaviors that got you the karma in the first place, which means everything you continue to do that is ill intent is building more karma. So, and unfortunately, the angelic realm, the people who are there to protect you, to make sure that you are doing the right thing, at some point, if you are not following the rules and you are not living your life from a heart-centered place, they will let you go. They will stand back and say, I can't help them. Nothing I can do for them. They won't listen to me. And they'll just let you go. And you don't want to know where that leads, because it's not pretty. So, kindness, love, compassion, and y'all might want to sit down and make a list of all the things that you've done. Go into your bedroom, close the door, tell everybody to leave you alone, make your list, and deal with yourself. Take a good look at yourself. Are you a good person? Or are you just causing trouble for good people? You'll know. Make your list. Write down everything that you have done wrong. Everything. And I would say you could probably take one day. Just take one day and look at all the things that you did and how you spoke to people and what you said to people. And be honest with yourself if it was a kind and compassionate thing to say, or if it was just plain mean. And if it was plain mean, you better go and apologize. Or write them a letter and tell them that you're very sorry that you hurt them, that you were having a bad day, or whatever the reason behind you hurting this person. And lastly, I just want to let people know that one of the problems with this situation and this karma, wow, just went. Oh man, I just lost that thought. It was something along the lines of just, I don't know. If I think of it, I'll let you guys know. I'll put up another one, but I think you get the point. I think you see it. And it's getting worse. I don't know if you've noticed that, but over the last several years, as we've started this ascension process, it's getting much worse. You've got social media. People are screaming and hollering at each other and cussing people out on social media. That's not acceptable. Okay? Just so you know, it's not acceptable. That is a karma builder. And that is coming from low vibrational people. So if you have gone out there and ripped somebody up on social media and you have nothing nice to say, you might want to go back, apologize to the person, and delete the damn comment. Because that's the only way to save your karma, is by apologizing and making it right. So try it. Just take one day and see how many things in a day you do to other people that is not nice or hurtful or scammy. Just take one day and you'll be amazed. And then look at that day. If you have 10 items on your list for that day, think about 365 days a year times however old you are, that you've probably been playing this game or manipulating people or lying to people, whatever it happens to be. That's a lot of karma. A lot of built up karma. Anyway, write something in the comments. Let me know. You know, if you've ever done a dark night of the soul, how you feel about karma. If you've ever experienced massive karma, I'm sure you have. I don't know anybody who hasn't. And make your list. And go apologize to the people, or write them a letter, or a card or something, and let them know. You don't have to do it in person. You can be a kind, compassionate person in a note or a letter. It's not necessary to confront them face to face, although I would recommend it. Because you've done something to hurt that person. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So, the reason why this gets so bad is because people have low self-esteems because they haven't faced themselves. They haven't gone through dark night of the soul. And they allow other people to treat them poorly. Here's the bottom line, guys. If you go on a date with a guy and he says something really stupid or really mean, dump him immediately. If you go out with a girl and she creates a ton of drama in the restaurant, or she does something that's just ridiculous, she starts flirting with another guy, dump her immediately. Because the divine angelic realm will only give you something if you have self-respect and self-love. So if you love yourself enough to stand up to people who are treating you badly and telling them, no, you're not going to treat me that way. I'm not your girl. Go find somebody else who will put up with your crap. And if you do that, your guardians, your angels, your spirit guides, everybody, your ancestors, everybody that's up in the spiritual realm, they will get behind you and they will bless your life for standing up for yourself. Especially when you're surrounded by so many people who will not stand up for you. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some food for thought and a path and a direction to go down. And I bless you.